Hello, today I thought I'd do a quick video on why I like to use so many hardy and half-hardy evergreens in my tropical style garden here in the UK. This is the view from my dining room area where we sit most days, and this is the main focal point to why I designed the garden the way I did. So the view from here all year round has lots of evergreens that can take all but the worst of our cold climates that we get here in the UK. I've used Trachycarpus to sort of frame the view from the house and to basically keep that sort of vista view all year round. Well, at the moment, it's March 2023. We've just had, hopefully, our last cold spell of the year. It's, at the moment, been snowing for the last 2 days. I haven't had it as bad here as lots of parts of the UK, which have had much heavier snow, but it's been very sort of sleety. We've got 40-mile-an-hour winds in spells today, and it just rained all night last night. So everything is now soaked through with a -5 Celsius due tonight. So the point is, I'm going to venture out into the garden now and have a little look round at sort of what's sort of still looking half decent, even through this horrible cold sort of winter we've had this year, and the microclimates and the areas that have helped protect these plants. So let's venture out. So we'll start with a quick walk around. The weather's pretty grim, but lots of the plants still looking pretty green and healthy. Even surprisingly to me, there's a trunk there left on one of the Musa Bajou. The coldest I've had in this garden this year is about -5 Celsius. So like I've said in previous videos, I've got off lightly. But as you can see, with the use of a lot of the evergreens that I use, I've managed to still keep lots of interest in the garden. And if you see where the snow's landed here and where it hasn't, these large shrubs have given me a lot of protection underneath, which allows me to get away with, you know, maybe not protecting some of these plants as much as I need to. Virtually under here, after 2 days of snow and rain, it's still really quite dry under there. The cycas still looking pretty green and healthy with hardly any protection this year. At the moment, there's just a little bit of fleece in the middle, which probably isn't really needed, but I may have to put something over the top tonight with a -5, which would probably be all right, but everything is absolutely saturated after a night of rain. The Cordyline Torbay Dazzler is showing a bit of damage, but considering what's happened in most of the UK, isn't too bad. Where Cordylines have been pretty much all the top growth's been killed and some killed outright. But I think that's going to cosmetically look a bit rough for the rest of the year. But if tonight isn't too bad, then I think that'll be the last of it, and it should be okay. There's a Camarops humilis there and a Formium Yellow Wave. Formium Yellow Waves took a little bit of damage, but that was in my plans to come out this year as it carries on growing over the lawn and annoying me. Trachycarpus Waggy looks good all year round. Really architectural leaf shape, stiffer leaves, keep it looking in much better nick than a normal Trachycarpus fortunei. Looks good with frost on it, looks good with snow on it. Just a really good all-round plant for the colder climate tropical gardens. What else we got around here? Large Trachycarpus fortunei, obviously absolutely fine, but other plants that still look good at this time of year: black mundo grass, Ophiopogon. Then you got my transplanted Camarops humilis, slowly starting to recover, but it's been taking a while. Carex Everio, not looking too bad. We've got a pittosporum there, which has the Tom Thumb, which has the black looking leaves. Gives you that bit of colour at this time of year. Then we've got Fatsia variegata, Schefflera rhododendrofolia, I should say. Still looking pretty decent. This is my smaller one of the two. Got another Fatsia polycarpa Edward Needham form there, which looks like the green fingers, very similar. Musa Bajou still kept its stems. More Trachycarpus fortunei. Akuba, also known as a spotted laurel. Just a hard working shrub, really easy to look after, but gives you that sort of evergreen colour all year round. Nothing special to look at, but a bit of a backbone plant. Then there's just a few of us in there. Couple of ferns, some more grasses, Skimmia, another pittosporum Tom Thumb, and just the combination of probably, I don't know, maybe 80% of the garden is probably evergreen now, and then it gets filled in the summer with the tenders, the cannas, the colocaceas, all that other stuff to give that extra tropical look. But I am a big fan of lots of evergreens in the garden, because I just don't think that the garden, for me personally, looking out my bifolds, needs to look dead all year round. And this is my style of gardening, and yeah, still quite happy with how it's looking. Roll on summer. Thank you very much for watching. Speak to you next time.